Hi, we thought we'd give you a little bit of an update on how we're faring with the regular medication that we get. So,
and getting to see a doctor in a non-EU country at the moment because of the coronavirus. I mean, it's not
a non-EU country.
No, and I mean,
it's an EU country.
An EU country. Yeah. I mean, not our own country, not the UK, during this virus, which hasn't been easy at all.
So we're in Sweden.
Yep.
And it's covered by, it was member of the EU, so all covered by the European Health Insurance Card, the EHIC card, and that is still valid right through 2020. However, and we've been using it down in Spain to get regular medication, and indeed my hospital visits were covered under the EHIC system because it was sort of emergency essential treatment. So
all covered, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's all good. Now, because of the coronavirus, COVID-19, there's not much in place in Sweden to see a GP, see a doctor face to face. In fact, you can't.
No, it's the same. I think as in other countries, you can't even get to see a doctor. So it's all barricaded off and it's all locked down.
And that's fair enough because you don't want sick people coming to see doctors if they've got the virus and then passing it on to the doctor and then passing it on to the rest of their patients.
No,
it'd be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So quite a good way to stop. Well, to slow down the spread is to keep the patients away from the doctors.
They closed. Right? I think in England they've closed all doctors' surgeries. You have to use the phone.
So there's a telephone number that you phone in Sweden, and that we phoned. Well, we went to the pharmacy first, didn't we?
Yes. Yep.
Went to the pharmacy and said, "Look, we need some prescriptions filled." But we need to see a doctor. What do we do? And he said, well, you have to go here, you have to do this. So we sort of... Yeah. Oh, actually, no. We phoned the number first.
The number
and they said, so it's just a
it's
little
a bit like
short...
111, I suppose.
Yeah, a little short number, 1137 or something like that. Anyway. And they said, go to the pharmacy and they'll tell you where your local... place to go is when you see a doctor. So they said, well, you've got to go to a place called Capio, which is in the town, the shopping centre called Vasby Centrum. And so we went there, eventually found it. Had to ask another pharmacy for more detailed. But you couldn't go in. So Wendy was going to go in, and big notices all over the doors. Don't go in if you've got symptoms.
Yes, yeah.
Barriers, wasn't there, to keep you away. And so what did they do then?
Well, when I got to the door, I could just open it, but you couldn't go any further. And I explained to them that the pharmacy had sent me and all my details. And then they gave me another number to phone. And so we phoned twice. And we never got, and they said they would phone us back, and they never did they?
Well,
so I had to
I think that was because we were giving a UK
our
mobile
English
phone number.
They wouldn't phone us back. No,
they can't process that.
No,
because it's for Swedish people, right? So they didn't. But
you see, we were UK people in Sweden. We had our English phones, but they wouldn't accept it. So I don't know what you'd do if you didn't have someone to help you with a Swedish phone.
Eventually. Well, eventually we managed to realise what was going on and had our son who's fully integrated into the Swedish system, Swedish mobile phone number. Yeah. He phoned because it's you don't actually speak to anybody.
No.
You phone in and they say, right, enter your phone number. So you enter your phone number and they say, right, we'll call you back at a certain time. And it's like a callback queuing system. Very good.
Yeah.
If you've got a Swedish phone number.
We didn't know that, and we kept waiting and waiting for them, didn't we? And they never phoned back.
So they did phone back on
Ben's number,
our
son's number,
phone
yes.
number, and then we got into discussions about getting a doctor's appointment. They didn't know, because we're not in the system.
No.
They didn't know how to. The people on duty didn't know how to set up a foreign visitor in the system, because the first thing you need, whenever you're dealing with anything, when you want to do anything in Sweden, you need your personal identification number.
Yes.
And if you haven't got that, you're not going any further.
No.
And when he didn't have one of those,
No.
so they needed to set her up. Now there was one person who was on holiday
Yes.
until the following week,
Yeah.
this week. So they were back on Monday, and we're going to phone us back and get Wendy set up on the system, so that she could actually then call back in,
Yeah.
give the number and say, can I book an appointment for a doctor? So eventually that got done by about Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, Wednesday. It took a long time.
And then after that, after you got the number,
Yeah.
it was pretty quick to get.
Yes.
You got the doctor's appointment. No face-to-face appointments, was there?
No, it was for the next day, and it was going to be at 3:30. We were going to, our son was going to be sent the instructions on how to set up a video link, so that he could see me and we could see him.
So
and my son would speak to him, because obviously I don't think he did speak English, so...
It was a video appointment. So, and to get that, you have to have an app on your phone or your computer. You have to validate who you are. So you have to have a Swedish bank account.
Yes.
And you have to have a Swedish mobile number. So those are the two things that will uniquely identify somebody that's allowed to get stuff, like the health service stuff. So Ben had to do that. Our son had to do that. He had to validate who he was, validate, through the bank account, through his bank account, through his mobile phone number, and then set up the appointment. The video appointment for the doctor, and then you and Ben sat together, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
So how did that go?
The doctor spoke Swedish. I don't think he spoke any English. He wasn't of Swedish origin, because I don't think that was his first language. I don't know where he was. He could have been anywhere. But anyway, he spoke Swedish to my son, and we showed him up there the prescriptions that I had, and it took about 45 minutes really for it to be set up, and it wasn't easy. No.
So I
don't think it was easy. It was a long process. Yes.
Our son is fluent in Swedish.
Yeah, luckily.
So when he moved here, he took up. I think it's like a government scheme where they will pay you to learn Swedish.
Yes.
And I don't think it's like pay a small amount.
No.
Something's
fallen down.
one of our suction hooks are falling down over in the corner there. Yeah. And they pay you a small amount for you to learn Swedish, and he did that, and he does very well. So he's now fluent in Swedish, does very well. So luckily he could. He did so he that. Manages all that for us.
And also they said that I'd have to pay 100. What was it? 100? A lot of money, because
before the appointment.
Yeah, that's right. Because we weren't
the
in
sort
the EU, wasn't it?
Administrators. Came on the phone and said, you'll have to pay 1,800 Swedish crowns, and which is about 150 quid
to speak.
To get an appointment. And it's like, oh no, it's covered by the European Health Insurance Card, which gives us the same as local, right? No, the UK has left the EU. On the 29th of February. So you're not in the EU, and the EHIC doesn't work.
No.
Oh. But we haven't left the EU. We're in a transition period.
Yes.
No, I've spoken to my colleague. That's it.
That's it. You've got to pay this before you speak. So we thought, well, that's not right.
We had to do a load of research to find out. And luckily, our son had the great idea of saying, well, look at the Swedish embassy website in the UK.
Yes.
Because they say that Swedish people going to the UK can still use their EHIC card in the UK to get medical treatment. And that made them like stop and think a bit. Yeah. It's like, oh, well, if we can use ours there, they must be able to use theirs here. So they did a bit of Google for themselves, found the same information because Ben had said, look, Google this, it will come up. And sure enough, it did. And they said, oh, okay, EHIC works until the end of December 2020. So that'll be, after that, I think we'll need travel insurance, travel medical insurance to cover all this sort of stuff. So, or go back to the UK on a very regular basis to get medication, won't we?
Yep, we will.
So it's just the way things will change after we leave the EU properly at the end of this year.
But
probably,
even though so they accepted that, but you still do have to pay for your medicine here, quite a large amount until you've paid so much during a year, and then you're entitled to it for free, I believe, aren't you? You pay. How much is it you pay?
No, I think. I don't know what the arrangement is, but for each doctor's visit, you have to pay. For each bit of medical treatment, you have to pay a contribution, which I think is about £20 or 200 crowns, but £18 maybe, 200 crowns. I think that's what Ben said he pays, up to a maximum of £200. So in any 12 months. So if you go to the doctors 5 times, you may, or 10 times, you paid your £200, and then you don't have to pay any more. I think that's how it works. I don't know because we're not fully into the system, but when you got 5 boxes of medication, 5 different medicines, and you had to pay 490, nearly 500 Swedish crowns, which it's about 80% of that.
I don't know how much I don't know.
Less than that.
I never saw a bill. I don't know how much each medicine was. She just told me that I had to pay that money.
So 500 Swedish crowns is about 40 UK pounds. So it's not as bad as it sounds.
No,
500 Swedish crowns is £40 for 5 boxes of medicine.
Because I don't think pensioners get it free. Like over 60s in England get it free, but I don't think there's anything free in Sweden.
On the EHIC system, you get treated as a local resident would, and a local resident would be charged. Yep. So and that's just it. So that's just how it works. But the standard of living here is much higher.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Than most other European countries. So people expect to pay for things. Yes. It's like it's no issue. No, it's like why wouldn't we pay? Yeah. A lot of things are taken care of. Where you don't pay. I mean, things like the heating and hot water in our son's house is done centrally and paid through a maintenance fee. Everybody pays the same, and it doesn't matter how much heating or hot water you use, you don't pay any more. That's it. It's done. It just is.
The way it is. But I have to say, for people in Sweden, in the pharmacies, there was plenty of paracetamol, ibuprofen. And the best price I saw was for 20 paracetamols. It was
I think you said it was £4.
Yeah, it worked out at £4.
They're quite expensive.
And about the same for 20 Nurofen. But also, the other thing I noticed was on the counter, for you to help yourself to, they also had ibuprofen, which I believe is prescription only in England. So
Ibuprofen?
Yeah.
Ibuprofen is not prescription.
No, not ibuprofen. Nurofen. No, is it Nurofen?
No, you can buy that on the counter.
No,
It was.
no, it was the other advanced level for above ibuprofen, and I can't remember what it is now.
Was it called Ibuprofen?
No, ibuprofen is the one
Codeine.
that you can get for free. No, it was another type of...
I'm making stuff up now.
I remember it. I can't remember it, but anyway, but having worked in a pharmacy, I was surprised to see it.
So,
able to buy that drug over the counter, because in England now, I remember it was put on prescription only. It's a painkiller.
Oh, you can buy it?
Yes.
It wasn't on the counter for you to help yourself?
You could, yes. You can just take a packet. In Sweden, but in England, I noticed that painkiller is the painkiller in.
When you said, it was on the counter for you to help yourself, I thought it was like
free.
a box of a bowl of sweets that you would help yourself to, like a bowl of painkillers, or you just help yourself. I thought that's what you said.
So anyway, so there's no shortage, and you can get painkillers that are only on prescription in England, in Sweden. Just take them off the counter, pick your own. You don't have to get, ask the pharmacy, ask the assistant for them. So, I worked in a pharmacy in England in Brighton actually for about 5 years or so.
7 years, wasn't it?
7 years, I think, and I enjoyed working there very much. Yeah. So anyway, I think we've rambled on long enough today. We have. So
that's we've had a bit of a difficulty, but it's all sorted out now.
Yeah, sorted. Yeah.
So Wendy's all happy and getting her medication.
As it always says, don't leave things to the last minute. Make sure.
Well,
you do it in advance.
haven't. I did. You haven't.
No. I had 2 weeks left, and I knew I started the minute I had 2 weeks left, so it's worked out okay.
I'd do it sooner.
Maybe sooner than that, a month, I should think. Yeah.
And try and convince your GP at home to give you more than 3 months if they will, just in case you get stuck out here. I don't know what if any people, if any UK people are stuck in a country like Spain or Italy or Germany and can't travel home, what are they doing? I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, so I suppose they will be travelling home. Anyway. That's it.
Yes.
Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope it's been useful for you for future information of travelling to countries that, And if you have, give us a big thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up. Yep.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yep.
And please share the video on social media if you can. Just click the share button underneath this. Click on the Facebook or the Twitter or both. And then say share to public.
Thank you.
That'll do.
Yeah.
That'll really help us out.
Yeah.
So thanks very much, and we'll see you again next time.
Yeah.
Bye bye for now.
Bye everyone. Thanks for watching.